we wanted to talk about the thing James Gunn commented on earlier this week. Basically, an article came out kind of detailing a few leaks for the DC universe that's upcoming. So I'll list all four real quick. One is that Darren Aronofsky is in talks to direct Plastic Man. Second, Teen Titans film is in early development. The third, a Sergeant Rock film is in development. And then fourth, an open casting call for a character in the Supergirl movie is happening at the moment. And then he said to that at least one of these stories isn't true. At least. And I had read it that just one of these stories wasn't true. So I'm a little bummed about that like three of them could be wrong. But yeah, let's get into them. I think these are pretty interesting leaks. I didn't know much about Sergeant Rock until I read about him before the podcast. I don't think he's like that interesting of a character, but maybe he fits into like Creature Commandos somehow.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's the only logical conclusion.
Which he seems like one of those like not well-known obscure characters that somebody like James Gunn would be very drawn to. Which, by the way, when I was in New York, we stopped by like the Manhattan Comics, like in Times Square, and I don't know if you remember, there was that kind of like coffee table sort of collection book that James Gunn had put out earlier this year of like the weird obscure characters. I got that, and I mean, sick. There's some crazy fucking characters. Like there's like Chlorophyll Kid, and
Oh no.
It's just
that's a crazy one. Yeah. Well, yeah, you'll have to send me the link to that or something.
Oh, I love it. It's a great one. It's a great pick, yeah. But so that one's kind of plausible, right?
It is plausible. I think if I were to pick one that I didn't want to happen, I would be okay with that not happening. Because we already have a whole group of Creature Commandos. But if it fits in with that, then fine. And then the other being an open casting call, you said it was for the narrator of the Supergirl movie, possibly.
The character in the comic, like the Woman of Tomorrow comics, like Ruthier or something. Like I guess people really like her. She was a big part of that comic, obviously. And it's like an open casting call that people are auditioning for.
Right. So,
which I feel like that one's got to be true.
Yeah, because they just cast for Supergirl. Like it sounds. I mean, and if it is true, it sounds like that's going into production somewhat soon. Like maybe at the end of this year, if they're already casting for it, like early 2024. So yeah, I think that, I mean, I have no problem with that being true. I think that's kind of exciting if it is. So yeah, the third one, that we discussed. Well, I guess it doesn't matter which one, but I think it's the weirdest on this list is Darren Aronofsky in talks to direct Plastic Man. I don't think I've ever really seen a Darren Aronofsky film, but I know they're not the most fun movies, right? Like I know he recently did The Whale. I think he did Mother as well. And I know those are pretty intense movies. And The Whale I know was a very sad one. So I know like Plastic Man in particular is a pretty funny character. Right. So I don't understand why he would be in talks to direct Plastic Man. But
so yeah, to be fair, I've only seen Noah and The Whale. But you know, people love Pi, people love The Wrestler, people love Black Swan. But
none of those are like comedic movies, you know?
No. Yeah. But there's an idea that, and I'll say this, originally, like we were talking about last week, people like John Krasinski, Bill Hader, Jordan Peele, people who are like funny and then they do this really serious kind of scary stuff.
So you're saying the opposite.
It's possible, like we have, the director of the Hangover series does the Joker. One of the ideas being floated around is that Plastic Man would be more of a like body horror kind of situation.
Okay. Interesting.
Which could be very cool and
would definitely be a very interesting take for the universe.
Yeah.
It's a very new take on the character almost.
Yeah, I mean, I remember in like Injustice, like that, like people were like nervous about the fact that Superman had taken Plastic Man's son because they were all like, he could kill us all. Like Plastic Man could kill us all.
Oh, wow.
Because he's he's like that, like his whole body can turn into
he can take the form of anything. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's possible. I think out of all of these, it's probably the least likely.
Yes.
But also the fact that like it's this specific, like Darren Aronofsky with this other like very specific, like kind of weird character. I'm like, maybe there's something to it, but off the bat, I'm like, this one's probably not true.
Probably. And if it is, that is insane.
But I kind of love it.
Yeah. It's an interesting choice. I'll give him that. It's definitely not one I would have picked, but
yeah.
James Gunn does a lot of things that I think are surprising that end up being great. So,
because I mean, here's the thing: James Wan, known for Conjuring movies, Saw, makes Aquaman.
Sure. But there are horror elements in Aquaman.
Sure, and there could be horror and psychological thriller elements to Plastic Man.
Sure. It's possible. Yeah. Well, the one obviously I want to happen the most is the Teen Titans movie that is in early development. Now, if I had to pick ones that were probably not like super plausible, it's probably this one. I don't know like the kind of like love he has for Titans. Like I know James Gunn is more of a Doom Patrol guy.
But I think like Teen Titans, especially like at the height of their popularity, was like 80s, and that definitely seems to be like a lot of the inspiration that James has been taking from is like 80s DC. So it's plausible. Well,
but at that point, it would be a much different lineup than like what we have. Maybe not much different, but like the original Teen Titans lineup had like Kid Flash, and I mean obviously Robin was still a part of it. But yeah, you had Superboy. I want to say it was mainly like the Justice League sidekicks at first, and then it kind of transformed into what we know for the show.
Yeah, I mean you got Kid Flash, you got Wonder Girl,
right.
Starfire and Beast Boy and Raven. So I mean it's not too different.
No, it's not too different.
And Cyborg. So
okay. Yeah, I mean, and they, and for all the faults of the Titans show, they did kind of like add in all of those characters at some point, except Kid Flash.
And most notably Aqualad.
Aqualad was, he was our boy, man. Rest in peace.
Fucking Aqualad.
But yeah, no, like I think I would be down to see almost any iteration of the Teen Titans. I'd love to see a 1-for-1 of the show, to be honest. That's my favorite. I think that's most people's favorites. But I don't know. Maybe
Wait, you mean of the animated show?
Yes. The animated show. Sorry, I should have specified. But yeah, I don't know. I think the fact that he didn't like plan this movie out in his first like 10 projects. I just don't know if it makes it into his phase 1.
Yeah. I don't like you said, because it's not really a part of the first phase, and like we do.
Yeah, neither is Plastic Man, but
but like we don't have like yes, we have Robin. But here's the thing: like I was reading an article that was like, well, here's the possibilities of like why this could happen. It's like, well, we have Supergirl coming out. I was like, Supergirl wasn't really a part of Teen Titans.
No.
That's more like
And
Young Justice, if anything.
I think what's more telling is that like the Robin we're getting is Damian.
Exactly.
Like, and so that already sets up like yeah, it's mainly like the Robin that's mainly in Teen Titans is Dick Grayson. But I think you could like establish Dick Grayson already as Nightwing, and maybe another Robin, like maybe Jason or Tim is the Robin of like the leader of the Teen Titans.
Yeah. Because I think like Tim is the leader of the Teen Titans in the animated show that we like.
Is he?
I think so, because like Nightwing, like I believe Nightwing.
No. Okay, go on.
Like I know at least in Teen Titans Go, like Nightwing is another character.
So, but in the original Teen Titans, he like they show them in the future, and he does become Nightwing. So I do believe that is Dick Grayson in the original. Okay. Maybe it isn't in the Teen Titans Go. I could believe that he's Jason or Tim in that.
Huh. I mean, I like Tim the best, so I'll go.
Yeah, you're a Tim guy. Yeah,
but yeah, so like Supergirl, they were saying, oh, well, Blue Beetle, because we already have Blue Beetle. And I was like,
okay, here's the thing.
That's like Young Justice.
No. In recent like animated versions of like they've done some Teen Titans movies, and Blue Beetle has been in like 2 of 3 recent Teen Titans movies. So he is becoming like more and more of a Teen Titans character. So look, I think yeah, that could be a possibility. Maybe they add Blue Beetle. I do like when he works with the Teen Titans. So,
but the other thing is like, if you're gonna do Teen Titans, like I want teens. You know what I mean? And like Sholo.
But what if they just did the Titans?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. But like Sholo is not a teen, and also like we're saying
Sholo,
the actor that plays Blue Beetle.
Oh. Yeah,
like,
but
even
he feels like it.
Yeah, but even the characters in college, or like just graduated college.
Yeah, you're right.
And but okay, I'm gonna say I don't think it's in development.
Yeah, look, I think there are signs that, like you're saying, could point to it, but most likely it's not. But I do think it's a smart route for that universe to go. Like I think like MCU developing a Young Avengers so late is kind of a bummer. Like I wish we had seen that maybe earlier on in the universe, and now we might get like a young Justice League in a sense. I know that's Young Justice, but this would be an equivalent kind of. So I don't know. It'd be neat. I'd like it. Yeah.
I don't know.
It'd be nice.
It's possible. It's possible.
It is.
Like I think the Damian being Robin doesn't like rule it out entirely.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
But I don't think Supergirl would be a part of it at all.
Not a chance. No.
Yeah.
No. Like if anything, that just breaks the like that's why I didn't like Superboy in Titans in a sense, because it like the power level of the group was insane at that point. Like you got to scale back a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, I want it to happen, but I get it if it doesn't. So